Hello everyone, back from holiday, and so I'm back for some Daily Dominion. Quick look at the kingdom. Okay, so we've got some trashing, Salvager, some weak trashing in Necromancer. We can play the, I can never remember which one it is, Zombie Mason. The peasant line is always very important. Hunter and Menagerie can draw, although they're both sort of conditional draw. Hunter is typically going to turn out to be kind of like a laboratory, although maybe like a laboratory with choice. We have plus buy, we've got some payload, an attack, but Tormentor is probably not going to come into play at all here. I really don't like Tormentor unless you can guarantee yourself getting that imp. I really like imp, and so that's the only reason I really like Tormentor. Way of the Horse would be like, you know, if we need an emergency draw, or if we have cards that we don't want in the deck anymore. You know, depending on the state of the game, Salvager is always strong for things like milling provinces, but maybe at some point, you know, we can get plus buy from market or possibly even peasant, but maybe Salvager, we play that as a horse at some point. Don't really know. So the only terminals here are potentially Necromancer, Salvager, and Tormentor, sort of Conspirator as well. So we don't really need much village, although we do have some through the peasant line. So what am I thinking here? We're definitely going to start with a Salvager. And maybe there's a risk of collision if I get a peasant as well. But, you know, you really want to get this through the into the deck as quickly as possible. So something that I could potentially do here is open Salvager Peasant. If they don't collide, that's great. If they do collide, I mean, which one do we play? Salvager, like, it's so important to trash. So one thing I'm thinking is if they do collide, I play the peasant as Way of the Horse, and then trash an estate with the Salvager. So we've then gone through 2 more cards in the shuffle, and I can just rebuy the peasant. You know, I would not be playing the peasant if I didn't horse it. The other option is to play the peasant and get that traveler line going, and maybe horse the Salvager. I'm not sure which one of those would be better. Yeah, but we're going to open with a Salvager. I don't think Teacher is going to be necessary on this board. It'll be nicer to have Disciple and play Disciple on things like Hunter and Market to you know, draw more, get more payload, and gain them. Maybe we can even play Disciple on Conspirator or Mill later. Yeah, I'm not really sure. We can get some assistance in activating Menagerie by discarding things to mill, but again, that's like, you know, if we are even getting those cards. Yeah, so let's get going. I'm going to start with Salvager Peasant, and ideally they don't collide. And they don't. Great. So they are not going for the peasant, or at least not immediately. Perhaps they just didn't want to risk collision. I don't think I want a silver. I can never remember. Soldier is terminal. Okay. So down there, if the Salvager does not miss, we will probably hit, well, we could hit 4 or we could hit 5. 5 would be a Hunter. And 4 would be, you know, some of these cards. So right now I don't like Menagerie because it'll be very difficult to activate. On the other hand, there isn't really much sense in taking a mill because we're soon going to be at it. Well, I think mill right now is better than Menagerie right now. We have things to discard for the money if we need it. And it could be useful later when if we have some Menageries in the deck. So let's do that. Yes, I'll take a soldier. Okay, great, we hit 5. This will be a Hunter. This will help. What do we do with the other cards? We discard them, yeah. So that'll help speed up seeing our peasant. And, you know, draw is always good. What did they do? They bought a Hunter. They did the exact same thing we're doing this turn. Yeah, the difference is they don't have the peasant. I'm wondering if it could potentially be a thing to get a second peasant. Conspirator. I think I'm also going to take a Conspirator. I have enough actions in the deck. Well, what are my non-terminals I could play? At the moment, it's just Hunter and Mill. So that I would need to play those to activate the Conspirator. Ooh, Hunter also works well with having Mill in the deck because it's both an action and victory, so you can kind of choose which one to draw it as. So at the moment, Conspirator isn't so appealing to me because, although it will be very soon once we get past the soldier, and we're going to get past the soldier very soon. Yeah, so I think Conspirator here. Okay, they take another Hunter. I'm going to discard these. I want to get the soldier up the line. I know, trashing is always good, but once the soldier is up the line, we should be doing a lot better. And this will be another Hunter. Yeah, they took a Market and a Conspirator. Yeah, we need to start adding. Okay, so we'll take, we need the Fugitive. And I'm going to take the Estate to trash it. Awesome. So we're almost drawing deck here. The Fugitive becoming Disciple will help us draw deck a lot more. What is down there? An Estate and a Mill, right? Yeah. At this point, I feel like I need to add some payload. So maybe like Conspirator Market. And the bottom card here is a copper. If I take Conspirator Market, that's more money, quite a bit more money. I can do Disciples on Hunter for more draw and more gaining of Hunters. Gaining hunters will be good for when we get into a phase of greening, which might be very soon, like next turn. You know, because if I draw the most money I can make right now, I mean, I have 10 this turn. That requires me to salvage the next the estate to do that. Discarding with mill takes me to 12. That to 13, 14, 15, 16. So there is a world where I province next turn if I take these two. And I think I'll rely on the disciple to gain me hunters. Realistically, I'm probably not hitting 16. I'll probably hit like 13, in which case I can do province something. Maybe province conspirator or province market. Take the disciple. Okay, I don't like the looks of this first draw. Hunter and 2 menageries. Yeah, it looks like their menageries are actually drawing. This is horrendous. Is there a world where I draw on here? Should I horse the salvager? Down there, I've got 2 hunters, market, mill. Three coppers and a conspirator. Like I could salvage this and draw nothing, or horse this and draw nothing. I think I just have to do this. Oh man. Like I think they're drawing their deck so well that we're in a bit of trouble. I feel like even a mill I wouldn't be opposed to, because it's easily drawn with hunter. But I think hunter, I don't want to have such a bad draw again. And then I just start greening. They're still building, so they got a market, 2 markets. There is a victory card down there. Action treasure victory. Market. Spiritor. I might, well, let's draw with the mill first, I think. I think I'll disciple the conspirator. I mean, we trigger... Oh, wait, no, we don't trigger a bat shuffle. 9 plus 7, 16. So maybe I just double province here. They bought 2 markets. I think that's all they had the money for, is 2 markets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they had exactly 10 money. By gaining 2 markets, they would get 12 money plus anything from their salvager. I think I'm just going to double province here. No, I will keep the disciple and hopefully... Oh, are you kidding me? This is definitely going to be a horsed salvager. This is really unfortunate. They bought a gold, so that's a gold in a market. That's huge for their salvager. I think I'm going to disciple the salvager and play it as horse twice, because there's a big risk that I don't draw anything good. And I mean, we get the salvager back by discipling it. Let's keep drawing on. So action, yeah. What is down there? Two conspirators and a salvager. I'm probably just taking a single province this turn. And what is this? That's a copper. I don't think I want to start my turn with two conspirators and a salvager. Well, hold on, let me think. So I could have... Maybe I trash if I draw the hold on, what could I possibly draw here? So this province will be in hand. I can mill and discard two provinces. But then that's a really bad shuffle that I'm triggering. So maybe I play the mill second. I think what I do here is I take the market and play it. Then I'll have 7 coppers plus a coin from the market. Then I play this mill. And down here is this conspirator's discarding. Down here is 3 conspirators and a salvager. So that'll be could potentially draw some more conspirators. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 money could be okay. So I have 8 money here. If I mill, the worst thing I can draw is the salvager. I want to draw the conspirators and play them. Oh, this is great. This couldn't have been better. And this is double province again. 16 for double province, or no, I think at this point I'm worried that the AI is going to explode in their payload and be able to have a couple of double province turns, in which case I want to be ahead here. So their menageries are not drawing, which is good. Okay, yeah, I think we've got a pretty good position here. I'm going to have to horse the salvager again. Or do I just, do I mill a province? Do I horse the conspirator? I only have 1 market for extra buy. I'm not sure what the best thing to horse here is. I'm going to horse the Salvager and hopefully draw something that I can play non-terminally, and then the Conspirator can activate. That's bad. So I'm going to horse this Conspirator. Okay, well, next turn is going to be really good. Oh man, are you kidding? Maybe I've set myself up for this. Like, is my deck that bad? Should I take a Duchy here? I don't know. So I don't have a Salvager in my deck anymore. I feel like taking a Duchy. And eventually my Disciple will line up with cards that I want to gain. We're going to, like, it's painful, but we are going to squeak along. Yeah, their menageries are not drawing. They're still building. I mean, I think I'm not sure what the AI is, like, thinking anymore. Okay, and Disciple's the bottom card. Wow. And I guess we knew that that was all junk down there, right? Yeah, I really wish I had that silver, or the Salvager back. Menagerie, I feel like, does not have a good chance of activating. Harbinger, not the worst. Is it the worst thing in the world? I mean, it's better than nothing. Do I only have 2 hunters in my deck? No, I've got 3, well, 4 now because I gained 1. I'm definitely buying something here. I returned a lot of payload, so maybe I even just take a silver. But I'm kind of sick of drawing tons of stop cards. Oh well, we'll keep it. And hopefully we can just limp through. Well, that's the other thing. I forgot, of course, I never considered taking an action card simply to play it as horse. Yeah, so I mean, I think the AI is acknowledged that it's not going to win. Cool. Okay, we're actually grooving here. I'm not gonna play that. I mean, a mill is practically as good as a conspirator now, with the exception that it allows us to. I mean, we potentially put junk into a shuffle by discarding it, but in terms of its payload ability, it's about the same, and it's better. It can get drawn better with hunters. Was there no chance of a pile out there? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I had a couple turns that didn't go very well. Maybe, like, I'm not trashed that well. The only thing I trashed were my estates. I haven't trashed a single copper yet, just because it seemed that the price points it allowed me to hit were important. Like, it's not a terrible surprise that I'm not drawing super well, although I think it could have gone better. But I think at this point we almost certainly have it. Do we have half the VP? I don't know. I never remember the total number of VP in the kingdom. We also have mill here to keep in mind. But I don't see the AI coming back from this. Yeah, this is like this took a lot longer than I expected. I'm not sure what turn we're on here. Only 14. Yeah, I mean, I think that could have been done if I had like better alignment of my disciple in particular with either more hunters or payload. Then I think this could have been done a few turns faster. But yeah, I don't think I was never triggering bad shuffles, but my deck never really got as clean as I expected. I was expecting to trash coppers when the game started. But the only reason I didn't is because there were a few times when, I hit 16 exactly, and I just thought it was time to start provincing. Because, with Disciple, even when you enter the greening phase with Disciple, you can still somewhat improve your deck during your turn. So it's not like you start a hard greening phase without getting other deck control or payload cards. Anyway, yeah, that's a nice kingdom. It's good to be back. Thanks for watching.